Hi, my name's Isaac, and today I want to talk about the current events. I want to talk about the coronavirus or COVID 19 and my personal experience with it and the information that I personally know about it and, my experiences. So I'm going to start with the personal experiences first. This coronavirus kind of started like anything else from social media. I read it on my feed once saying that there was this disease outbreak in China, and I was basically like, oh, it sucks for China. It's not here. I'm okay. But this started to progress very quickly because the next day there was another update. Next day I saw a comment about it. Next day, and then in a matter of weeks it turned into a global pandemic. Now, this whole disease has really changed my perspective on things a lot because a lot of luxuries that we take for granted are now in short supply. For example, before this thing really got big, I had visited a couple of friends and we were just hanging out. It wasn't anything too serious. I don't want to really go into details about it. But I remember I was going to the bathroom and I saw the toilet paper. And I did not think of it as normal toilet paper. I was like, this is just this. It was almost like a surreal experience in a way. Because I was like, hey, this is a limited resource. This is something that is now not easy to obtain. And so that kind of like rewired me a little bit. Because I was like, hey, something we took for granted is now a valuable resource. You never thought that the butt paper would go away. You never think that'd be a problem. You worry about your car not starting. You worry about your mortgage. What you don't worry about is the butt paper. But now we do. And it's weird, man. Now when you go into grocery stores, you see shelves just empty. And people packing in there, trying to grab what they can grab and run to the cashier. I remember when I first walked in to a grocery store, when this thing started to progress and become a bigger deal, I was ready to throw down for a loaf of bread. I was ready. I was ready to tackle an old lady and be like, this bread is mine, and that's that. And then after that moment of me thinking that, I was like, hey, how easy is it for us to devolve into just primitive mammals where we're reactionary for our survival? And that's part of where all this panic and confusion is coming from. Because people start panicking and then they start acting like mammals, hoarding all the food, self-isolating, willing to assault. Now, there hasn't been any rioting or anything, and I don't know of any of assaults that are happening at the moment. They may be out there, and if they are, leave them in the comments. But as far as I know, in my area, that is not happening. But there still is a lot of panic and confusion. And that panic and confusion, I will get to in a second. Don't want to get off track. But I've been thinking about things in a different way. Now I kind of always have this little voice in the back of my head that's like on guard. That's like, I'm afraid to open a window. Like I'm afraid to go outside. Now I live in a pretty rural area, so I'm okay. I'm pretty isolated anyway, under normal circumstances. But to think of just going out to the grocery store, I'm worried that me or my family might contact something. Now, we have to go for essentials and stuff, because that's just the way it is right now. But it has me concerned. It has me on guard. It has me thinking about things. I don't want anybody leaving the house. I don't want anybody going anywhere. I don't really want anybody over right now, because I'm worried about it. And it has me on edge. Now, I'm not panicking. I'm concerned, but I'm not panicking. And it's very weird to feel like just a scared monkey. trying to, hoard all the bananas and keep your crap together. It's very weird. But anyway, from the informational standpoint, and that is, do not believe news outlets at face value. Look up the information. Find your own information. Find from a credible sources.org or .gov or the CDC. That is where you can find updates and accurate information about COVID-19. And that is probably one of the most important things, is to keep up to date on what's going on. You can be critical and observant without panicking and losing control, okay? So you want to keep up to date. You want to know what's going on, right? But you want to know what's going on from credible sources. Because if you go on Facebook and you are just flooded with coronavirus posts and memes and articles, you can get overwhelmed very quickly. Because what you consume on a daily basis can affect your subconscious drastically. So if you're constantly exposing yourself to like negative or anxiety-inducing content, you will feel that. You will be depressed. You will feel anxiety because you're constantly being reminded. So find your information. But honestly, stay off social media for a while. Okay? If you want to go on Messenger or you want to check on your friends, that's perfectly fine. But like Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, as far as just browsing pictures and content, it is not necessary right now. It is not good for you. Because as long as this is going on, you are going to expose yourself to this and you're going to have more anxiety or you're going to be sad. It is not worth it. It's just not worth it. If you want to post something on there, fine, but I really personally wouldn't recommend doing anything more than that. Because social media is a toxic place right now. So find your information if you have to, and go with that. Next, a thing to do is battling some of the depression that you may feel from social isolation. And that is to exercise. Hopefully you stocked up on fruits and stuff. Or, just something healthy if you can. Maybe some cans of vegetable soup or something. Just something green will be very helpful. And if you need some sunlight or you're feeling a little down, I would go by a window and try to get some sun that way. Or if you have one of those solar bulbs that give out UV light, I would definitely use one of those. That can be very helpful right now because not everybody can go outside and get some sunshine. That'll help you feel a little bit better. But it is important to stay aware, keep up to date, figuring out what CDC is saying. Avoid your friends right now. Call them and text them. FaceTime them. Check up on them. Everybody needs to check up on each other right now because it's very drastic times. So everybody needs to be on the same board. We need to support each other. That's very important. That's how we're going to get through this, is by supporting each other in the ways that we can right now. So, really, to kind of wrap up this video, everything is going to be okay. Soon, this will just be a memory in the back of our heads. This will just be something we'll tell our children or our grandchildren about this. 2020 is the year where everything went to crap. And, I hope that this can be a joke sometime. To some people it won't. It will impact them significantly, and they won't be able to joke about it. For the people that will, I think this is something that we need to laugh about. Get some levity in this, and that's kind of why I understand the corona memes, because people are trying to, get some levity to this, make some good out of a bad situation, which is valid. But the memes aren't worth it. It's just not worth it. Watch some TV, watch some Netflix, Hulu, whatever. Watch some YouTube, read a book, stay at home, take a nap, whatever you got to do. And you will get through this. It will be okay. Now, this has been Isaac. And like and subscribe if you like my stuff. Comment down below your opinions, how you feel about what's going on, or if you want to ask me questions or anything like that. Or just, reach out if you want to. Say hey if that's what you want to do. Or call me a name. Whatever. Just comment, honestly. Any attention is good attention at this point. So, this has been Isaac. Like and subscribe, like I said. And if you like my content, tell me, and I'll try to make more. Peace.